Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video. And for this one, I'm going to be reviewing Hoodwinked 2, Hood vs. Evil. And I gotta say, surprisingly, I actually love this movie. Like, I know it's like a bad sequel and such, and I know it's not that good or anything, but yeah, surprisingly, I actually enjoy it. Like, like for instance, the story, I think the story's okay. It's really cool because we get to see like fairy tale characters and such in action, like spies or whatever. I'm not sure if we've seen that. Haven't we seen that kind of thing before? Like, I want to say with Shrek. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, we've seen fairy tale characters in action, like say Shrek, but you know. But with Hoodwink 2, you know, we see the fairy tale characters as spies and so on, like, say like Mission Impossible or James Bond, you know, that kind of thing. But, yeah, and the animation in the film, it's actually a lot better than the first one. Like, okay, like, I do like, the animation's okay and such in the first one, but man, the second one, they put a lot of detail to the animation, and especially with the characters. And with the characters, like, okay, first with Red, yeah, I understand because, you know, because it's a shame as though that Anne Hathaway did not reprise her role as Red. But to me, I think, you know, with What's-Her-Face who does Red in this, I think she does okay. Like, you know, I mean, not like Anne Hathaway's Red, but just, you know. And Martin Short as Kirk, yeah, he does okay as Kirk. And of course, with the return of like Glenn Close as Granny Puckett, Patrick Warburton as the Wolf, the director of the first Hoodwink film, Corey Edwards, as Twitchy. They all come back, of course. David Ogden steers as Nicky Flippers. What's his face who does Boingo? Yeah, we get the return of them. And with Boingo, for instance, like, I will admit, I think it's kind of funny a little bit because of Boingo, like a Hannibal Lecter reference. Well, Silence of the Lambs reference, that is. It's kind of funny a little bit, you know. Another thing is, like, with the new characters, like, because the giant that Brad Garrett voices, actually, because Brad Garrett, he fits well doing a voice of a giant or whatever, you know. Because Brad Garrett, he does really good with voice work and voicing certain characters, you know, that fit, you know. And I think the giant kind of fitted well. And also some of the other characters, like I want to say Granny Puckett's sister, voiced by Jessie, which I mean Jessie from Toy Story 2. Yeah, I mean she's okay, nothing that much to say. I mean, you know, nothing really special about her, but you know. And the two main villains, Hansel and Gretel, they're okay villains, you know. I mean, they're not as good as Boingo, because Boingo from the first one, yeah, Boingo was a really good villain in the first one, but with Hansel and Gretel, not that much. But you know, I mean, they could. I'm sure they have funny moments or something like that. And what's interesting though is because they eat the truffles or whatever they're called, they get big, you know. And that's when they eat too much, they inflate, you know. They're like big and round, and you know. And that's when they're defeated. And another thing is, like, what's really cool about Hoodwink 2 is that the composer of the film is Murray Gold, who had composed the music for Doctor Who. And that's just crazy. The guy who composed the music for Doctor Who did this film, composed and score and did the music and score for this film. That's just crazy. And me being a Doctor Who fan, you know, that's kind of cool, and that's kind of cool a little bit. Like, I'm sure as though that Murray Gold, yeah, he has composed some movies, but he has mostly focused on he's well known for being the composer of Doctor Who. So, yeah. But yeah, and another thing is okay, and with Hoodwink 2, I give it I don't want to, I mean, I understand it's not that good or anything, but again, I surprisingly love this film. But I'll give it 6 out of 10 stars. There you go. I think that's decent enough. 6 out of 10 stars. And if you're interested in seeing Hoodwink 2, you know, at least give it a watch. It's not a really good sequel or anything, but, you know, I think it's worth a watch, you know. So anyways, guys, so with that said, hope you enjoyed this review video. More new review videos coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Again, hope you enjoyed this review video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.